Yo, what's up, guys? We're going to find some bets for tonight. So we got a PrizePicks promo play, Taco Tuesday. So we're going to take advantage of that. We got one game starting at 4, then we got some starting at 4:35. So we got some time. We got some time to get in some good plays, but maybe we start out on PrizePicks. Damn. So earlier today, kind of interesting, this line moved. Injury protection policy. Okay, whatever. Earlier today, we got Josh Hart over 13.5 rebounds plus assists. Now you can see his line is bumped up a full point to 14.5. So now there's actually a little bit of value on the under. Obviously, a big difference between betting 12.5 and 14.5, or 13.5 and 14.5. But anyways, let's start out on PrizePicks because we got to take advantage of this promo. We only have 11 more minutes to build a slip. So we'll start out on PrizePicks, and where do we want to start? Where do we want to start? What do we want to look at? So we got the Pacers game, Pacers-Rockets, starting at 4 p.m., and I'm sure I have some bets open for this game. So you can kind of see it's kind of cool on Pick'It. It'll show you, all the bets kind of you have open. So we're on Nembhard, under and rebounds plus assists. I don't know. We have some plays from the live stream. But let's try to zone in and lock in a PrizePicks slip to begin this live stream. So what do we have? Where is there value in the market? So the first play, this looks halfway decent. Tyler Hero points and assists. So let's take a look at this, right? Tyler Hero points and assists. We're already on his, I already gave out his over 3.5 assists. I think we already also have that on Dabble, but let's take a look at his points and assists line. Again, like general strategy is every single play you go with on PrizePicks, just like, you want to make sure you're getting value. So you can see he's always kind of in the range of 20, 21, 22. But the way that PrizePicks works, right, is they give you the same payout. You take Tyler Hero to go over, you take his over or you take his under. You're literally always... Why isn't this loading? We want to take the over. So you take Hero to go over or under, like it doesn't matter. PrizePicks gives you the same payout if you take a player's over or under. So we want to take Hero's over because, again, all the sports books have his over favored. So we're just using, you can see the market's kind of moved towards Tyler Hero's over. But anyways, we got some bets open. We got some good plays open for today. But anyways, so that will be the first pick we pair on PrizePicks. And let me just get rid of some of these books for half a second just so we can kind of zone in on PrizePicks. And let's try to build a slip real quickly. Damn, so this game's about to start. Jalen Green, over 4.5 rebounds. How do we feel about this? So you can see in no other book, like, again, every bet you place, just general strategy is ideally every single pick you go with has value. You're finding an edge. So if you look here, what's crazy about sports betting is just how fragmented the market is, or inefficient, however you want to think about it. And if we take a look at Jalen Green, Fliff is the only book giving plus money on this play. They have this line at plus 105. None of the other books are even giving you plus money. A lot of these sports books, FanDuel, Caesars, two of the biggest sports books, these books are really good at setting lines. It's their full-time job setting lines. They have his over favored. So this can be the first play, actually, we lock in. Jalen Green, we might as well get a sweat in for the first game of the day. So anyways, this live stream tracking sheet with just kind of all the bets we've hit. I have to go and update just kind of the profit and loss from all the previous days. I haven't done a few of the previous days, but I'll remember to do that. We already have some Super Bowl bets open as well. But as we have Jalen Green over 4.5 rebounds, Fliff has a max bet size of 250. So let's just hit this for 250. And this is on Fliff at plus 105 odds. And again, the spreadsheet, which is just kind of all the live stream plays, is in the description. So anyways, but let's really go back to PrizePicks because we don't have a lot of time for this Taco Tuesday play. And let's see if we can find some good plays on PrizePicks that we can go with. Maybe also we'll find some plays on Dabble, which is a book that we've been really hot on. Dabble's a new sports book. So Josh Giddey, under 11.5 rebounds plus assists. You can see here it's the opposite. Again, on PrizePicks, you take his over, you take his under, you're getting the same payout. So if we go here, if we go to Josh Giddey, right? If we take his over or his under, we're getting the same 5x payout. You know, so what we want to do is we want to compare the lines on PrizePicks to sports books, every book, every market data point. And again, everything is baked into the market, lineups, injuries, all that sort of stuff. So like when you think about lineup changes, injuries, minute restrictions, like the reason it's so valuable to compare PrizePicks lines to sports books is the market already encompasses all that, right? Betting volume, sharp action, where are profitable customers betting? Like Caesars, you can see they've moved odds towards Giddey's under from a -117 favorite to -154. So who knows why that occurred? Who knows? Maybe all of the sharps were betting on his under. Maybe it's, you know, lineup driven. I don't know. But anyways, what we can do is we can try to finish out our slip. On PrizePicks. And again, they give you a really bad payout. PrizePicks only pays you 5x for 3-pick entries. You look at Underdog Fantasy, right? It's 100 to win 600. So this play we locked in on the previous live stream, 100 to win 600, a 6x payout. So PrizePicks, they just have really shitty payouts for their 3-pick entries, so you want to avoid them. But anyways, what we want to do is ideally we can find some plays that pair well together to go with in our PrizePicks Taco Tuesday play. So we have now 3 good picks, but we only have 5 more minutes. So we have Giddey's under. Okay, let's just kind of refresh this, make sure we're not missing anything good that pops up. So here we have an NHL play. Tyler Toffoli to get a point, right? So it's the same strategy. It doesn't matter if you're betting on the NFL, whatever. Like PrizePicks, it's just any 3-leg parlay, you get a 5x payout. 4-leg, 10x. Any 5 flex has the same payout. So you just want to find the picks with the highest possible win rate. So you can see all the books have him heavily favored to record a point, to score a point. But maybe we can find something better. So what we can do is just kind of refresh this and hopefully find something, and then let's move on from Taco Tuesday. So we can get rid of the play on Hero. It looks like it disappeared. I don't know if the line ended up moving, but let's lock something in quickly. Anyways, there's some value on ParlayPlay, so we got a lot of options. But what we want to do is try to build a nice little slip. So there's some esports plays, but a lot of these, like esports, there's so many games, which means a lot of opportunity. But you don't have as many data points, you know, for some of these. But I'm sure we can find something. So we'll go with this NHL play. Tyler Toffoli to record a point, right? So this is in the Avs game. Nope. Well, they already removed his points line. So you can see they already bumped it. So it's already gone. So we already missed that. But I'm sure we'll be able to find some esports value that we can go with. So like, let's take a look at this play. Esports. I mean, it's not the most popular sport, but I don't really care what I'm betting on if there's an edge. You know, again, it's like we just want to find a bunch of plays with value to pair with these Taco Tuesday plays. So if we look here, you know, PrizePicks has his line at 3. The other market data points, everything is baked into the market. You know, Underdog Fantasy, it's a $1 billion company. They're pretty good at setting lines. So we just want to follow the data in the market. So esports lines are coming out for, you know, Wednesday. And you can see there's some big discrepancies, 7.5, 8.5. Like, you'd think it were crazy if PrizePicks and Underdog, you know, had that big of a difference for like an NBA player. But what we can do is we now have a 3-pick entry or a 4-pick entry. But ideally, the optimal slip type on PrizePicks are these 5 flex plays. And I'll share this little spreadsheet that kind of breaks down the math behind 5 flexes. But we really want to lock in our slip just so the line doesn't move. Yeah, PrizePicks already fucking bumped that. They already bumped the hockey play that we were looking at, which is frustrating as hell. But anyways, this is a great time of day to be betting because, you know, when sportsbooks as lineups, official starting lineups start to come out, damn, you can see. So we got to move to Dabble next because they have some good plays, it looks like. On Dabble, TJ McConnell, under 6.5 assists. So again, like all the books have his under heavily favored. So sure, this is good enough to go with for our entry. So hopefully we have another taco play that's going to come in a second. So we'll find another PrizePicks play. But before that, let's just make sure we kind of lock in, you know, our slip, and we have all the picks we want. So there's no correlation to worry about. But anyways, let's lock this in. PrizePicks, they only give me a max of $5, I think. You can see right here, you know, for Taco Tuesday. So it's not like you can bet a lot of money on it, but hey, it's pretty easy value. And here's our PrizePicks Taco Tuesday play. Here's the link. And what we can do is I'll just go ahead and I'll kind of add this to our little spreadsheet, tracking all the bets. Nope. But then I want to move on to ideally, you know, some of these other books, and hopefully we'll be able to find some good plays. So we have a nice little 5-pick flex play to kind of start out the day. And if you want to tail, the link's in the chat, and then this is what we're going with. But what we can do is we can move on. So now we'll move on. You know, as a sports bettor, we want to be opportunistic. You know, you never know what book is going to have, you know, the best value, the best plays on a given day. So Jock Market, I actually tried to deposit money into this sports book today, but it didn't work. It says my account's restricted. Because some people were asking, why don't you give out Jock Market plays? But I don't know what happened here. But long story short, I can't use it right now. So what we can do is we can take a look, and ideally, so this game, obviously, so we're not going to have time to find value in the Pacers game. But what we can do is we can take a look here. The line on Claxton has kind of been moving around. You can see the market has ripped him to being a really big favorite to go under 14.5 points. Not really sure why, but what we can do, maybe there's some lineup news. Not really sure, but what we can do is we can take a look at kind of other books. So you can see Underdog, they have his line lower at 14. PrizePicks, 14. All the sports books have his line, you know, at 13.5. Or 14.5 with the under heavily favored. So this seems like a solid play on Dabble. We got 30 minutes until most of the games start. So we have Claxton under 14.5 points. And again, it's the same strategy as PrizePicks. Again, you just want to, you know, number one tip for beating the books is just make sure you're getting good lines, good value. You know, PrizePicks has his line at 14. Getting that extra half point of value, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference, but it really matters long term. You know, getting under 14.5 versus under 14. And again, like on Dabble, it works just like PrizePicks. You take a player's over or his under, you're going to get the same payout. So we want to take his under because the market, right? And the market encompasses everything. Like FanDuel is not fucking stupid. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. They're taking bets, moving lines based on where actions coming in, particularly from sharp, profitable customers, and they have him heavily favored to go under. And it's not just FanDuel. It's same thing with Caesars. It's same thing with Fliff. Fliff is a little less aggressive on the under than like Pinnacle and Caesars, but regardless, you get the point. It's like all the sports books have his under heavily favored. So that's solid. We're not going to be able to place a play in the Rockets game, but we already had some plays on Dabble for the Rockets game. Miles Turner, over 14.5 points. Jabari Smith Jr., over 6.5 rebounds. So we already have some plays from the previous live stream for this game. But what we can do is hopefully we can kind of continue to build our slip. It looks like there's a lot of value on Dabble, which has been my best book this year. So again, like all these books set their own lines. You know, you never know which book is going to have value, which book's going to have the best promos on a given day. So Dabble's been my best book so far. Definitely been running hot in 2023. or 2024. So definitely a good book to have. So I'm already on Josh Hart over 13.5, so I'm not going to take his under 14.5. That looks a little sketchy. But you can see the next play available, which I'm already on, actually on Fliff. So let's get rid of this. I'm already on Benchero over 4.5 assists, but it's available on Dabble as well. So we have another play with value. All the books have Benchero heavily favored to go over 4.5 assists. So what we can do is we can load this up, and now we have a nice little start to a, 3-pick entry on Dabble. Dabble gives you a 6x payout for 3-pick entries, so which is pretty solid. Jordan Clarkson over 2.5 rebounds. I mean, we have different options that we can go with. Mike Conley under 6.5 assists. But anyways, we can see if there's anything maybe a little bit better that we want to lock in. Rozier over 4.5 assists. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunity on Dabble. And again, like in these live streams, I try to focus on the books that are legal in the most states. Dabble, PrizePicks are kind of. So this play just keeps getting better. So it looks like they may have just bumped it. Rozier assists. Did they bump it? So what we can do is we can take a look here. So they just got rid, you can see they just removed all the Heat players from the board. So I don't know, maybe there's some lineup news because Dabble just removed all the Heat players from the board. So it's probably because starting lineups were announced. So Rozier's starting. So maybe that's why the market just kind of like ticked towards his over. Again, lineup news, all this type of stuff, it's baked into the odds, right? It's baked into the market. Just like earnings reports, everything like that is baked into the price of a stock. But anyways, I mean, fading Conley is scary, but I'm going to fucking do it. So here we go. So that's a nice little 3-pick entry that we can go with. Well, let's just see what happened to Claxton. And let's take a look. Looks like the line on Claxton moved. But we have some other options that we can go with. So we have Simone over 1.5 threes. That play seems solid. So maybe we'll just get rid of the Claxton line. And then we want to go to the Jazz game. Damn, they already got lines up for tomorrow. So anyways, we want to go here, and then we want to go to over 1.5 threes. So this will be our little 3-pick entry on Dabble. And I have to disconnect my phone just to lock in the play. Chill out. So now it should be loaded. So we have our 3-pick entry, and you're going to see they tell me, hey, you get a max of $45. So I get a max of $45 on that play. And that's on Dabble. $45 max. And they give you a 6x payout, which is plus 500 odds. 6x payout. Underdog, they give you a 6x payout, 100 to win 600. But that's only plus 500 odds because it includes your stake. We're betting 100 to win 600. Only 500 in profit, so it's plus 500 odds. But anyways, there we go. We got a nice play on Dabble, which has been there's been a lot of value on it. It's like a new PrizePicks competitor, and there's just been a lot of good bets on it, so can't complain with that. And we have Simone over 1.5 made threes. So let's see what else we have available. Maybe we'll get lucky and, find some really good plays, and we should have a new PrizePicks. So you can see PrizePicks just bumped Claxton down to 13.5, but we should have a Taco Tuesday discount coming, I think, for the next games. But anyways, if you're just tuning in, I'll share the link again. Here's the PrizePicks play we locked in for the first discount. KD Taco. Where the fuck is this Kevin Durant Taco? Anyways, I was hoping they would run some Super Bowl ones, but I guess not. So we have a Kevin Durant Taco. This is for the night game. Pretty good game. We have Bucks Suns. I think everyone's playing. I think Giannis is playing, Booker's playing. You can see the Suns are slight favorites, minus 148 favorites on the money line. Here's the previous PrizePicks taco we locked in. 5-pick flex play, but now we got to do it again because there's a new discount. These tacos, if you look back over the previous year, they've hit at a rate of like 80% or 82%. It's something like that. So basically, like, they're insanely profitable. I mean, if you think about PrizePicks, again, they give you the same payout. If you take a player's over or under, you're always getting the same payout. So for Durant, I mean, it's not that good of a discount. It's only 4 points. Kind of bullshit. But what we can do is it is a pretty big jump in terms of the odds. So if you just like go to FanDuel, if you're curious like how big of a deal are these PrizePicks, discounts, you can see Durant over 21.5 points where they're discounting him to is minus 270 on FanDuel. So you can see over 21.5 for Durant is minus 270. So a huge favorite, right? Minus 300 means a 3-1 favorite, 3 forced to win, 75% to win. So, I mean, the odds go from minus 270 to minus 112. Minus 270 to minus 112. So 270 is like almost a 3-1 favorite. So long story short, like, your taco has a 20% higher chance of hitting. The probability Durant ends between 22 and 25 points, if you just kind of take the difference in the odds, is roughly 20%. So these tacos are a lot of extra value. But anyways, we want to find another PrizePick slip that we can go with. So where should we start? Here we go. We got to play for the Grizzlies game. This game should be a blowout, so hopefully it's not a blowout, so he has time to go over, but we want him to go over 1.5 threes. You can see all the sports books, all the market data points have his over heavily favored. So that seems great. Damn, so we got some new plays coming up on Dabble as well. So we have Wagner over 3.5 assists. Boom. Market's kind of, I mean, all the books. It's not just like there's one book. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Why do these sports books have different odds from one another? But all these books, like Caesars, it's a $10 billion company. They're pretty fucking good at setting lines. They have pretty good models. They have him at minus 174. Bet Online is only minus 167. So Caesars has his over as a bit bigger of a favorite. They think his over is a little more likely than BetOnline's model, which BetOnline thinks his over is more likely than Bovada. So all these books have slightly different models. They're taking slightly different action. But long story short, you look through the market and it's pretty clear, like, okay, he's a big favorite to go over. All these books taking bets, moving around lines based on where action's coming in. So you treat every book just like, okay, like every book is a data point on where should the line be set. Some books are sharper, smarter than others, but like you treat every book as a data point. It's pretty clear. Connolly, Franz is a big favorite to go over, so that's a good play to go with. Fuck. What is going on here? Lines are, whoa. PrizePicks already removed this? Let's see. One of the projections you have selected is no longer available. So they just moved this play, it looks like. It looks like it's still available on ParlayPlay. Over 1.5 made threes. So again, maybe there was some lineup news. I don't know. Because you can see the market's kind of ripping around. I don't know. But long story short, and that's why NBA is such a good sport to bet on, is line movements. Like if you think about, baseball, if a player sits out, even Ohtani, even a really good player, it doesn't affect the lines that much. Assuming Ohtani's not pitching, like if he doesn't hit, if he's not playing in a game, that doesn't really affect, any Freddie Freeman's line, Mookie Betts' line. It doesn't really affect their odds. It doesn't really affect the total in the game that much. But in basketball, any player being out, like if Giannis is out, Damian Lillard's points line has to move higher. And again, all these sports books set their own odds. So every time a player's injured, on a minutes restriction, gets ruled out, is taking, injury management game, whatever bullshit, that vastly affects the lines for not only the total, the money line, but also all the other players. But, anyways, shit, we got some college basketball plays on WinBet. But let's finish off this dabble slip, and then let's go over to PrizePicks. And they already bumped whatever we were just looking at. But we have this Kevin Durant taco, and now we just want to find. So obviously it doesn't make sense to take Banchero over an assist and Franz Wagner over an assist. Like, they're on the same team. If Banchero has a great game, has a lot of assists, then Wagner's less likely to go over. So we have Booker. We got some different options that we can go with, but this is the first play we want on Dabble. And then we'll go over to PrizePicks. Again, they got a new discount on Kevin Durant on KD. But let's see if we can find something, interesting. So, like, if you were only to pick one of them, again, like Dabble, you're always getting a 6x payout for 3-pick entries. If you were only to take one of these players, only build one slip, you'd probably rather take Banchero over 4.5 assists as opposed to Wagner over 3.5 assists. You can see sportsbooks have his over, like Caesars has Banchero as a minus 184 favorite to go over. For Franz, he's only minus 174. So, Banchero's over is more likely. And again, on Dabble, on any of these fixed payout DFS sites, you're just trying to find plays with the highest possible win rate. You're always getting the same payout, so your goal is just win the highest percentage of picks possible. Jordan Clarkson, over 2.5 rebounds. Man, fuck the Jazz, fuck Colin Sexton. Bro, this guy right here, man, he killed a lot of our slips a few days ago. We had him over 19.5 points. He had 19 points halfway through the third quarter and then was just benched in a close game. So, not a big fan right now of the Utah Jazz or their fucking coach. But anyways, let's continue to go through. So what do we like? So one play, we actually got this on PrizePicks over 27.5 points last night. So last night, PrizePicks had Booker's line at 27.5. It looked solid. Now you can see, Underdog has Booker's line at 29. Again, every play we want, any bet we ever go with, we want it to have value. So you can see all the fantasy sites like PrizePicks, Underdog, they have Booker's line a full point higher at 29. All the sports books have his line at 28.5 with the over favored or juiced, or they have him all the way up at 29.5. So we can ride Booker tonight. Where the fuck's the game? Okay. So we have Booker over 28 points. So both of these plays seem solid. And we're going to have Durant's over for the PrizePicks taco, and then we're going to have Booker's over in this PrizePicks slip. And again, like, I'm limited on Dabble. They only give me a max of $45, but you can include the same pick in a couple different slips. You can completely do that. Claxton under in points. That was this morning at 4 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, I watched the Jazz-Bucks game. I was waiting for Sexton to come back in, and he just didn't. But anyways, we'll build another PrizePicks slip here in a second, but what we should do first is let me just add this to the little spreadsheet. So we got 4 plays now open from this live stream. Booker over 28 points, and Conley under 6.5 assists. And this is on Dabble. But what do we want to do next? So now let's try to build our PrizePicks taco. So we have Durant's over 21.5 points. But we need to find some plays to pair with it. PrizePicks tennis play I gave out on last night's live stream hit. Fuck yeah, Evan the DJ. Who was that player again? Who did you recommend? So we already got him doing work. So nobody, this was our first PrizePicks play from the previous live stream. It looks like he pushed. But yeah, we found some good PrizePicks plays last night at like 4 a.m. But anyways, let's go here. And let's see, let's try to build a new PrizePicks slip for the next taco. Lines are fucking moving around like crazy. So the first play I see is Dinwiddie under 5.5 assists. So let's take a look at this. Again, PrizePicks is a little bit of a frustrating book just because they bump shit really quickly. Really quickly. So this seems like a decent play. Anyways, we already got 12 bets started. Fucking man. Jalen Green not doing shit. But anyways, the game's early. So what we can do is we can kind of build our PrizePicks slip very briefly for this Taco Tuesday play. So we have Claxton under 12 rebounds. Let's take a look at this. See what's going on here. So let's go to player rebounds. What's the deal? Why is there value? Why is there value on this play? So PrizePicks has his line at 12. You can see all the other books, all the other fantasy sites. You literally have hundreds of books posting NBA lines for today. They all have him lower at 11.5. So it seems like PrizePicks is screwing up here. There's value on the under. But we need some plays to pair with it. And again, it's a little overwhelming. Lines are flying around. Seems like there's a lot of value in the market right now. Jalen Green already got a rebound. But anyways, so we already have this play on Josh Giddey to go under 11.5 years. But what we want to do, Josh Hart under 9.5 rebounds. I mean, this game obviously has blowout potential, Grizzlies, Knicks. That seems like a halfway decent play. Vukovic, we're already on his over from last night. But anyways. Dinwiddie change, they're watching. A watch pot never boils. Yeah, I know. So what do we want to look at? So we have Bridges under 8.5 rebounds plus Claxton already moved. But I mean, that's fine because it only makes sense. Like, we only want to take one play for the Nets game. It wouldn't make sense to take Claxton's under and Bridges. And did they already fucking bump this? So you can see the market's ripped towards Bridges. A lot more likely, like, market as this under heavily favored. And did they already bump it? They already bumped it to 8 from 8.5. So that's the problem with PrizePicks is sometimes it's just you got to move really quick to get in the best plays. They just bump things really fast. Anyways, let's find some plays that we can go with. Miles Turner already at 7 points. So that's good for our dabble slip. And anyways, like, the reason this is a great time of day to be betting is, again, it's just the NBA, the amount of injuries, lineup changes, the amount of movement that occurs just based on starting lineups is massive. Like, if Luka is not playing or if any player's not playing, that affects every other player on the team. So, like, look at this play on Vince Williams. I mean, I assume this won't last very long, but we'll try to move quickly and get it in. You can see where we should take his over 22.5 PRAs, and we really want to move quickly here. So let's just make sure we're not being stupid. I mean, what are they doing, right? PrizePicks has Vince Williams at 22.5 PRAs. All the other books have bumped him higher to 24.5. Unsurprisingly, they're also screwing up his points plus assist line. But now what we need to do is, you know, there's kind of the pain in the ass part, is we need to find some good pairs that we can go with as well. So they already bumped this play on Dinwiddie. And you can see they just bumped the play on Vince Williams. So again, it's not like I'm trying to move slow. It's just... So I don't know what happened, but you can see the market took up Vince Williams by 2 PRAs. PrizePicks was asleep at the wheel. I just wasn't moving quickly enough to lock it in. But anyways, we can try to find some other stuff to lock in. So this play seems decent, right? John Concher over half of a three-pointer made all the books. Like DraftKings has him as a -166 favorite to go over. So both these overs together seem solid, but we still need to find some, you know, plays that we can pair with this. So what do we want to go to? What do we want to go to? Bridges over 28.5 points plus rebounds. And they already fucking removed that. I mean, it's crazy. They are bumping a lot of this shit. Bro, I'm not trying to just talk. I'm trying to find some bets. They're just bumping stuff. I don't control when the books move lines. Otherwise, you know. Anyways, let's see if we can find something. I mean, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to lock in the plays. I'm not trying to miss good plays. I promise. I promise you that. But what we can do is, let's see if we can find anything. So we have Cam Thomas over 30.5 points plus rebounds. Let's take a look at this. So let's take a look at Cam Thomas. It's recommending his points plus rebounds line. So let's take a look at this. And again, I just want to make sure every pick I'm giving out I actually like. So here, PrizePicks is way below the market. Not way below, but the rest of the market has them at 31.5. That seems solid. So we can go with Cam Thomas over 30.5 points plus rebounds. We have Kevin Durant over 21.5 points. But we need to find some pairs. We need to find 3 more pairs. So let's take a look. Y'all are anyways. Anyways, let's see if we can find something. So we have Cam Thomas over. We have the Kevin Durant discount. And then we want to find 3 more picks that we can include in our slip. So this play seems rock solid. Tyler Hero over 4 rebounds. So let's take a look at this. So let's take a look at Tyler Hero. We're already on his over and assists. We're also on his over and assists on Dabble, but what we can do is we can check out, you know, so you can see here, all the other books have ripped his line higher to 4.5. PrizePicks is stale. They still have his line at 4, so okay. We got solid value on the over here. So we now have 3 picks. Cool. So we just need 2 more to go with. Maybe we can find some esports value or something like that. So let's take a look. So some of these plays we already included in the previous slip, but like, you know. So they just bumped Cam Thomas. It's fucking insane. But anyways, what we can do is we can go here and we want to take his over 4.5. All the other books have his line at 5. We have SGA under 32. Anyways, let's go here and let's take a look at SGA's line. So we want to take him under 32. Always a scary play, but that seems like the best, one of the best plays in the market right now. You can see SGA's line on PrizePicks is 32. I mean, literally the rest of the market has him at 30.5. Underdog has him at 30.5. Bettors at 30.5. Pretty clear value on the under. But let's see if we can just find one more pick that we can go with. Because they already bumped the Cam Thomas play. So what we can do is Bridges over 28.5 points plus rebounds. So let's take this. Are you fucking kidding me? So they already bumped Hero. And this is really the problem with PrizePicks. I mean, other books, they just don't bump as quickly. And that's why PrizePicks is pretty frustrating sometimes. Again, I'm not trying to move slow. It's just I'm trying to build the slip and make sure all the picks I'm giving out are good. But they bump shit. So what we can do is we have Doncic, Claxton, under and rebounds combo. So we got our taco play. We already have a play on Rozier, so I'm going to skip over that one. We already included this in the previous PrizePicks slip, so I'm going to skip over that one. And again, when you're betting on esports, you want to take players on the same team to go the same direction. Those plays would be positively correlated. So anyways, we'll fade Claxton, but we're going to do it in points plus rebounds. Well, let's just kind of build a slip. This is taking way too fucking long, and I want to get over to Dabble. So we'll hit his over 2.5. And then what we can do is we can just go here and we can hit his over 3. And again, just trying to find a couple plays with value that we can pair with the PrizePicks discount. So this can be the 5 flex we lock in. Again, they only give me a max of $5 for these Taco Tuesday plays. So sorry it took a while. I mean, they literally bumped 4 lines on us while I was trying to build the slip, so I apologize. PrizePicks, a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. Here's the link. AD just got his 12th assist. Man, AD fucking crushed it. Crushed us yesterday, or at least me. He crushed a couple parlays. 3rd career triple-double, and I'm on his fucking under. What a name. So again, as a sports bettor, like, you want to be opportunistic. I didn't wake up and decide I wanted to bet on SGA's under. I'm just, again, trying to find value in the market. And that really is the key to beating the books. If you're not finding value, like, you should just stop gambling. If you're just betting random shit with your gut, you're not going to make money. So here we have our next PrizePicks Taco Tuesday play. And what we can do is, like, again, the best advice I got, and, you know, anyone will ever give when you start sports betting is, like, every one of these books has a sophisticated model. You should treat them all as data points. They're all taking bets. They all have sophisticated models. They're taking action from sharp customers, moving lines around based on where action's coming in. Every other one of these books is telling you SGA's line should be lower. PrizePicks has it at 32, so that's a good play to go with. But anyways, let's move on to Underdog and Dabble, and let's see if we can find anything halfway decent. Let's take a look here. And hopefully Jalen Green already with 2 rebounds, but Nembhard already with 2.5 assists. So some of our plays are looking good, especially some of the Dabble plays. Miles Turner points, Jalen Green points. But let's try to build something. You know, maybe let's check out Dabble, see what plays are available for the later games. So we can go here. And we can take a look. So we have 3 more games. We have a few games just starting, so Wasted way too much time on PrizePicks. I apologize. But we have 3 games. We have the Timberwolves Bulls game at 5. Then we have Thunder Jazz at 6. All these games are pretty good. I mean, no huge underdogs or anything like that. So we have 3 more games that we can look at briefly and try to find some good plays in. So let's just see what there is. We already went through on Dabble. Booker over 28 points. That seems solid, right? We have Colin Sexton under 29.5 PRAs. I mean, he already fucked me over once. Maybe if I take his under, he'll try to fuck me the other way. But let's take a look here. So you can see Dabble has his line at 29.5. All these other DFS sites have his line at 28.5. All the sports books have his line at 29.5 or 28.5 with the under favored. So this seems decent. I mean, not as good as some of the previous plays we went through, but hey. So we have Sexton's under. Although you can see this play on Simone over 1.5 threes. That plays actually looks a little bit better. So let's try to build a slip for tonight. Let's refresh this because a lot of the games are starting. So you have some early value for tomorrow. 76ers plus 108. Early line discrepancies. Sometimes these books, they fuck up their early lines. And there's good opportunity. Walker Kessler, under 7.5 points on Fliff. All the other books have ripped towards the under. But anyways, let's take a look here. So we have Jordan Clarkson over 2.5 rebounds. This can be the first play that we go with on Dabble, unless they already moved it. So if we wanted to make one final play on Dabble, I mean, we already went through no player projections currently available. What the fuck? So, did they just get rid of lines? Let's take a look. Nope, we're back. So we have Simone over 1.5 threes. They just completely removed. They just completely removed the Bucks game. So, I don't know. Maybe some lineup news came out because I literally don't even see the Bucks game on Dabble anymore. Yeah, the game just disappeared. Here's a decent play. You can see the way you want to think about it as a sports bettor is like Fliff is the only book. They have Vukovic's under favored. His under is juiced, minus 130. All the other books have his over favored, right? Like FanDuel has him as a pretty big favorite, minus 154 to go over. DraftKings has his over favored. Pinnacle has his over favored. But we already have, from last night's live stream, we already have Vukovic, maybe even over 14.5 points, I forget. So I don't really feel like taking it again on Fliff. But let's see if there's anything popping up. Maybe if we're lucky too, we'll see some early value for tomorrow. But long story short, board looks a little dry at this point on Dabble. A lot of the games already started. So, okay, we can go over to Underdog. We can kind of take a look at all these books. Again, all these books have different lines from one another. All these books have pretty good promos. Today, PrizePicks has the promo. They got, their Taco Tuesday promo. But that's kind of the benefit of using multiple books. Never know which book is going to have value on a given day. Anyways. So, hopefully our plays work out today. So we can go to Jabari Smith is already cooking. Fuck yeah. We have him over 19 PRAs, and then we have him over 18.5. Both of those plays are from last night. Anyways, did anything happen in the Suns game? It's kind of weird that they pulled out. Oh, here. So this is probably why they pulled the line down. Damian Lillard's out. Makes sense. Damian Lillard's out. So again, there will probably be some good bets showing up in the Suns game because the market has to adjust. Obviously, this is new information. You can see like lines kind of plummeting, ripping towards the Suns. Makes sense. Damian Lillard's out. Again, this doesn't really happen in the MLB. Even if a star player is out, it doesn't really move the market that much. Players just aren't that impactful. Whereas if Dame's out, you can see Fliff, they haven't really maybe fully adjusted yet. But let's see if we can find something good. Here we have a play. So this play is available on Underdog or Dabble. Jaden McDaniels over 2.5 rebounds. So we can go here. And this is in the Bulls game. So we have, we got 21 minutes to place a bet for the Bulls game. Jaden McDaniels, Bucks have ripped him. Boom. Super heavy favorite to go over 2.5 rebounds. Dabble and Underdog are both hanging his line at, Dabble actually just put this line up. If you pull up a line movement chart, you can see they didn't even add this line until 2.5 minutes ago. So they just put this line up. So this good bet, just occurred in the market. Anyways, so we have 2 good picks on Dabble, but we want to find a third pick. Whoa. I don't know what the fuck just happened here, but you can see Gobert. DraftKings just dropped him from being a minus 110 favorite to go under to minus 200. His odds just kind of fell off a cliff. Anyways, we got 2 picks. Let's find a third on Dabble. Then it will seem like at least we kind of cleared out the board on Dabble. So we can fade Sexton. PRAs. Kind of a pain to navigate these books, but like you can see FanDuel, they've dropped Sexton. They dropped his line to 27.5. So again, even if you don't use FanDuel, like it doesn't matter. $10 billion company, really good model. They're taking bets. Like so many people when they start sports betting, they're like, oh, I'm going to create a better model than all the sports books. It's like, no, you're not. You're not going to create a better model than a bunch of $10 billion companies whose full-time job is setting lines. So you can see FanDuel has his line at 27.5. So that means for us, okay, there's value on his under. So I need to disconnect my phone. And then you can see I can lock it in, but they only give me a max of $45. But that can be another play we go with on Dabble. So we have Jaden McDaniels over 2.5 rebounds. We have Simone over 1.5 made threes. And again, none of these plays are available on PrizePicks. That's why you want to use multiple books. Under 29.5 PRAs. So let's go here and let's lock it in. So we got a 3-pick entry. On Dabble, they give you a 6x payout. Again, PrizePicks only 5x for these 3-pick entries. So we got a lot of games. A lot of our games are starting to kick off now. Hoi. Should be interesting. So again, all my bets, you know, for all the books I use are tracked on this verified bet tracker. It's called Pick It. You sync your sports books. It kind of shows you your profit and loss. It also shows you, you know, all your open bets, stuff like that. So kind of neat. But maybe if we're lucky, there will be some value on like ParlayPlay. I kind of bounce around from book to book. Never know which book, you know, is going to have the best plays on a given day. Whoa. So if this line is true, we're going to have to fucking move quickly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So look at Vukovic. They have his line at 10 rebounds on ParlayPlay. Now let's look at... Let's just make sure I'm reading this right. And then we'll try to build a slip quickly. So ParlayPlay, they have the exact same payouts as PrizePicks. The only difference between ParlayPlay and PrizePicks is obviously they just have different lines from one another. PrizePicks doesn't even have a lineup on Vukovic right now. Maybe there was lineup news. I'm not really sure. Something clearly happened in this game because I don't know how you get this fucked up. They're at 10. The rest of the market's at 8.5. Doesn't make any sense. So something clearly happened, but we want to move quickly and try to get in this play before the line moves. So let me shut up for a second. And then we can just, I mean, damn. So there's a lot of plays. But what we need to do is, again, they kind of add these payout shifts if you include 2 unders from the same game. So we're not going to be able to take this Gobert under, or they're going to add a payout shift. So what I want to do is I want to go to Chet under 27.5 PRAs. I mean, that play looks a little decent. The other books have kind of moved him lower to like 25.5. I mean, or we could take this. I like this even better, honestly. Giddey under 23.5, under 24.5 PRAs. So let's take this quickly. I'm just going to try to move as quickly as possible just because this line probably won't last that long on Vukovic under 10 rebounds because clearly they're fucking up, offering way too much value on that play. So let's go here. Right, so we want this guy over 4.5. We want this guy over 4. So, I don't know. Maybe there's some lineup news in the Bulls game. Hopefully they haven't bumped it yet. If they did, sorry. So we want the over in combo and rushing yards. And it's the same payouts. They have the same payouts as PrizePicks. They have the same payouts as PrizePicks for these 6-pick flex plays. So this looks fine. Again, this is the same payout structure as PrizePicks for a 6 flex. Please tell me they didn't bump the Vukovic line. And they bumped the Vukovic line. Frustrating as hell. I mean, honestly, this play on Gobert, though, is also crazy. 8% profit margin. I mean, you can see DraftKings has a minus, like DraftKings has the under as a minus 200 favorite, a 2-to-1 favorite, 2/3 to win, however you want to think about it. And Giddey rebounds actually looks even maybe a little bit better. So we can go here and we can take both their unders. So I don't know what's going on in the Bulls game, but obviously some stuff's going on and hopefully we're able to get it down, and we are able to get it down. So you can see odds are just falling off a cliff on Gobert. His under in rebounds is now minus 200, under 13.5 rebounds. Here's the ParlayPlay slip. And again, if you only use PrizePicks, definitely sign up for ParlayPlay if it's available in your state. There's just a lot of good bets on ParlayPlay. A ton of good bets on ParlayPlay. Anyways, we want over rushing combo. We got Lisa. Over 5.5, map 1-2. We have Giddey under 6.5 rebounds, and we have Gobert under 13.5 rebounds. Fuck yeah. So there we go. We got a parlay play slip. They only give you a max bet size of $60 on this platform, but that's okay. And we can lock it in for $60. There we go. Hero already dishing assists. Let's fucking go. A lot of these are looking good. Hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. And here's a parlay play slip again. And I think some of the games, nope, none of these games have already started for the PrizePicks taco. So if you wanted to tail the PrizePicks taco, here's the slip. Here's the parlay play slip. Here's the PrizePicks taco. And then I'll put this sheet in the description or in the YouTube comment that just kind of... Fuck yeah. Jabari's already at 18 PRAs, according to someone in the chat. Damn, we should have taken him his alternate line over 30.5. But that's great. We got a lot of good-looking plays then. So yeah. Nice. Hero 2 assists. Let's fucking go. So what we can do, because it looks like we're fucking cooking tonight already. Is maybe we'll get lucky. Some new plays will show up. Maybe Dabble will put the Suns game back up. So some plays for the Bulls game. Conley under 6.5 assists on Dabble. Nothing crazy. We can take a look here. Oy. Oy, oy. Man, Tyler Hero has been on fire. But what do we want to do? So we can take a look at PrizePicks. Maybe we'll get lucky. Find something on PrizePicks. There's some esports line discrepancies. But some of these plays we already went with for the Taco Tuesday. For the Taco Tuesday slip, so not super motivated to place a slip right now. Parlay play, is there anything good? Let's take a look. Well, parlay play, we already locked in a slip, so I mean, it does look like parlay play. They usually have pretty good value. So if you have access to this book, definitely recommend signing up. They post a lot of lines. They're pretty stale. They're a little slower. At least they're slower than PrizePicks to bumping things. Better doesn't really have anything. We can check out this Hot Streak platform. What's cool about Hot Streak, no lines found. Okay, so we won't check out Hot Streak. But what's nice about Hot Streak is they have they usually run like hourly promos. So every single hour they kind of have like a different promo. So what can we do? Take a look at Fliff maybe. There we go. Wagner already has 1 assist. But anyways, it seems like the board's a little dry. Obviously, we only have 3 more NBA games that haven't started tonight. There's some live bets available, but I'm going to call it a day for now. Hopefully this live stream was helpful. And, you know,